Hello and welcome back to the Bodcast. It is episode 196. We are back after a nice week off. So I'm joined here by my lovely refreshed wife.
That's an odd way of calling me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel that refreshed if I'm honest, but I am here.
Are you saying that it wasn't a nice, relaxing weekend at my parents'?
I quite enjoyed the weekend at your parents'. I felt like a bit of family time was much needed. It was the week before that I think I didn't enjoy so much. Yeah. But we're back.
We are back, and today we are going to talk about two things mainly. So firstly, there's the Bricklink Designer Program.
Yeah, which we did discuss on our stream on Sunday because it was right after the live stream. But for those who only listen to the podcast, we will go briefly over our thoughts on what we think of them.
Yes.
That's the thoughts. Our thoughts of what we think.
Our thoughts of what we think about the thing that we watched when we thought about things.
Maybe we shouldn't have a week off.
Maybe
we've lost the ability to talk.
I don't think you could ever lose the ability to talk.
Hey, rude. But true.
So we'll talk about that, and then we will get on to some 90s funk. I don't know what it's called. But
90s funk?
Some 90s funk, yeah.
Okay. Looking forward to that.
But, so let's start with the Bricklink Designer Program. So, on Sunday, we had the reveal stream.
Yeah. I don't like the reveal streams. I feel like it takes too long, and the chat's just rude.
The chat was pretty rude at times.
And I don't really need to be hyped up. Like, I'll make my decision.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to make no difference me finding out a list of them versus watching them on our live stream.
Yeah.
I'm not caught up in any hype from it. I mean, that might be because we were driving, like I was driving at the time, so I couldn't even see the chat. But I've been made aware that the chat was rude.
Yeah. I think it's slightly weird because I don't understand the point of getting hyped up about something when we can't even order it until February. Is that what they said?
I think so.
And then, like, it'll turn up in June. So it's such a long way off.
Yeah, by June you mean 2026?
Yes.
Not the June coming.
Yeah. So it's quite a long wait. And, yeah, I think... So one of the problems is that, we've been to shows and you hear people say there's no such thing as a bad mock. And I think that's not necessarily true. But everything that you see, you can normally see a connection to it from the person. And even if it's not your stuff, like it's some Star Wars thing you don't care about kind of thing, you can still see there's going to be something interesting in it. And I think that's true with pretty much all of the Bricklink Designer entries. We do quite often complain about the thumbnails being rubbish, but the mocks themselves are normally pretty good. The thing is, when only 5 are chosen...
Yeah.
People aren't necessarily angry at the mock.
They're just disappointed not to get the one they wanted.
They're disappointed at Lego's choice of mock to go forwards. And we know that the vote has some influence on it, but I think because it's not transparent as to how much impact it has, you'll then get people saying that it's rigged and all of these kind of things. But I think, the people who have put the effort in to get those mocks on there and have gone through the process and stuff...
Don't deserve.
They don't deserve to sit there and be reading a chat full of people saying what an awful decision it is, how the mock's rubbish and how the whole thing is rigged, So it would just be nice if people could be a little more...
Kind?
Yeah.
Tolerable
accepting
of other things, Tolerant. Tolerable is you are tolerable, but you can be tolerant.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So we like to just add a little bit of dictionary corner time here.
Yeah.
We're all learning. That's the way it goes. Right. So should we have a quick look at the
Let's have a look at them.
Right. So, one other thing I will say about the live stream, the pictures are far too small.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm going to give you the same experience by not going into these, and you can base it based on these tiny pictures here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the order that they did it was the Walt the Little Robot, because I think that's the smallest of them. I think it was like in size. No, maybe not in size order.
In size order.
Yeah, maybe there was an order to it, and that was the popularity. They didn't say.
No.
I think the little robot is cute. I like the fact that he's customizable. He'd make a good desk toy. That's what people were talking about in the chat, and I can see that. I just don't need him.
No.
I don't need my desk to look pretty. Although I'm quite enjoying having my little Maneki Neko lucky cat thing there.
Okay.
Just because he's quite cute.
Yeah.
Because all of my display is behind me, so I don't get to see it while I'm working.
I feel the difference between Walt the little robot and your little lucky cat is Walt the little robot is going to be more expensive.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's I think it's actually quite deceptively large.
Yeah.
You know, and the size of it, they were saying about 8 inches tall. So it is sizable for something to go on your desk.
Yeah. I think also the fact that he's customisable makes him more of a social thing. So having him on your desk at home, you don't need to customise him to say how you're feeling, because you're not trying to communicate to
That's true.
to anyone. So him being at like an office desk, as opposed to I sit at home and I see nobody desk.
Yes, true.
Get the little violins out.
Yeah.
I'm so lonely.
But yeah, so for us as city builders,
we can have a giant
just
robot.
Not a set that's going to interest us.
No, but it's not that it's not interesting.
No,
I actually do like it.
It is different to pretty much everything else.
Yes,
we see,
and it's nice to see that there's something different.
And so that's the question: did it get a lot of votes because it was different, or is it that the Bricklink team went through the list trying to find something different, and out of all the different things, this was the highest voted? I think that's where people get upset about not really understanding how things get chosen.
I think you just have to start taking a little bit of this is what it is.
Yeah.
Pick the ones you like. Know that more are coming. If this round doesn't float your boat, you don't have to buy any. That's okay. So, Antique Collection was the next one that they showed us off, and whilst I appreciate the build, I don't really see the point of it for me.
No.
I don't really want to display 5 minifigures. I've got thousands.
Yeah.
If I was going to display them, I'd need a full size one of those, not a miniature Lego one.
Yeah.
So, and my butt is definitely bigger than that chair will fit. So
That's true.
Again, that's not functional for me.
Yeah. Obviously, for anyone who hasn't seen it and talked about it, so the top shelf within the display cabinet.
What's an armoire?
I don't know.
Is that an armoire?
Could be an armoire.
I'm going to Google what an armoire is.
But the top shelf has minifigures on it, so that kind of gives you a sense of scale. This is big. This isn't something that makes sense in a Lego city. It's not minifig scale at all. So again, that's one of the main reasons why we wouldn't go for something like this. You know, we do have stuff that we put on display, but first, I don't think this would qualify it as something we'd want on display.
No.
It does have some really nice techniques in there.
Exactly.
And if you want to do stuff at this scale and have it looking realistic, there's a lot of really nice things to learn.
But you can not buy the set and still look at the instructions.
Yes.
It is an armoire, I believe.
Okay.
That sums it up. Cupboard or old bookcase, they seem to have.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Fair enough.
Again, it's quite different to what we've had in the past.
Yeah.
So people were comparing it slightly to the little Lego aquarium thing that they had back in the Bricklink Designer, and I can see that actually. So it's kind of
the
like
invitational.
That. Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't even add that word, did I? I thought back in the Bricklink Designer. That is what this is.
Yeah.
Too many terms.
Yeah.
Not clear. Okay, Alchemist Shop was the third one to be revealed. When we went through the options, this is one that I picked out because I really like the flask in the roof. I think it looks good. I like the way it matches quite well with the medieval blacksmith. And it's building. I like buildings. So I think this is one that we're going to be getting. We both agreed that we can get this one.
Yeah, I think so. I think it suffers the same problem as the blacksmith's house does, in that the scale isn't quite what you want to... If you put this next to Lion Knight's Castle, for example...
Which is what we did before. We've got a video on that if anyone wants to see that.
Yeah.
I'll link it maybe if I remember.
It does look a bit silly, but the two, I think they will go really well together. So I think as a pair, they will work.
Yeah.
It's just how we fit them into a city without it looking oversized. But
yeah,
I'm sure we can
actually,
manage.
it wasn't the Lion Knight's Castle I compared. It was the Castle in the Forest.
Okay.
I've remembered.
Fair enough.
Yeah, still look weird.
Yeah.
Because I think the Lion Knight's Castle is a bit bigger than the Castle in the Forest. Where is our Castle in the Forest? Is it in a forest?
The Castle in the Forest is in our big...
Oh, it's one in our 6, 7,
Castle
8 in one.
mashup.
Yeah, mashup. Okay. Cool. So yeah, this is on our list. Where are we getting this one?
Yeah.
So the Privateer Frigate Fortuna, which is a mouthful and a half, is a big boat.
It is a big boat. So this is the biggest one.
The biggest boat ever.
No, the biggest
the
out of these 5.
Yes. This is...
So this is why they weren't in size order.
Yeah. And it's... Greg reckoned the most cannons that have ever been in a Lego set, but I don't know if he factually has that or if that's just a thing that Greg said. But if you don't already have a pirate ship, this is a stunning looking one to get.
It's not really a pirate ship, is it?
Stick a Jolly Roger on it, it'll be fine.
Okay.
If you don't already have a big sailboat,
Yeah.
then you probably would want to get this. You said... I was expecting you to say, oh, it's a nice boat, I want it. But you were like, I've already got some boats.
Yeah.
So I was appreciative of that because I imagine this one will be expensive.
I imagine so too.
Yeah. They're not cloth sails, they're brick-built sails.
Yep.
I quite like the technique used on that to make them...
Yes. So some people were, like, some things in the chat and people going, oh, why didn't you use cloth sails? It's like, well, they have a very limited palette to choose from.
Yeah.
Fairly common, it didn't include a large variety of sails to choose. So instead they've done this using brick-built kind of rolled up sails, which I think looks really nice.
Yeah, agreed.
I can understand why people might want it to have actual sails.
Nah.
But
Are they actually going to sail it? No. So get over it. Sorry. Just couldn't stop myself there.
Yeah.
But we're not buying this one.
No.
But it is good.
Yeah.
And then the final one is a sushi restaurant. And I like all things Japan. And I also like buildings.
Yes.
So this one does appeal to me.
Yeah.
There's a lot inside. I also like details inside. So I think this one's a definite yes as well.
Yeah. And the only thing... So this had been entered before and hadn't made it.
Yeah.
And since then, I think, is it that they've added the tram?
Yeah, I think so. And again, I'm not really bothered by the tram.
Yeah.
So I think I probably would have wanted the earlier version.
Mm.
It'd be interesting to at some point to go and have a look at the earlier version.
Yeah.
And see which we prefer. But this is the version we're getting. So I don't really want to upset myself too much and go back. And I think it's nice. It looks good.
It does.
So those are the 5. We're getting 2.
Yep.
It's going to be plenty enough cost-wise.
Yeah.
So we'll be all right. Right, so we've got 5 here.
Mm.
So on to the Lego Ideas 90s Throwback second part, which is the smaller sets.
Yeah.
And they've now picked 5, and we have to vote which one? Is it just one that goes through? I think it's just one. I think it's just one. I can't be sure. Right, so have you seen these? Am I ruining this?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have seen some stuff. So like I have seen this Forrest Gump's Suitcase of Memories. Mainly because I follow Mind the Brick on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Oh, Mind the Brick is the person who did the train shed?
Train shed, yeah.
Ah, okay.
And I think they've currently got a station on Ideas.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember if it was approaching 10k or... But yeah.
So I wanted to have a look.
There's a lot of interesting builds.
Because from the first view, you can kind of see the back of the suitcase and the suitcase lid. I wanted to know what was in the suitcase. Is there anything in the suitcase?
There is a Lego passport.
But that's not a... That's where you could keep your Lego passport.
Yes.
Okay. So there's some sort of details from the film, like you've got the running medal and the cap.
Yeah.
Which I've lost already. Oh, there's different things to put in.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so you can change what he's got on and stuff. I'm not sure about the hair for Forrest Gump. He's got too much of a receding hairline there. I don't feel like that's actually how he looks. But
I don't know.
That's tweakable.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of Forrest Gump's ones, so it's good to be picked from all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is my favourite. I mean, my favourite is very obvious because it's one. Yeah, it was one that was picked from all the list. I told you it was stunning. It is this one. Come on, you remember we talked about this one?
Yes.
There is no better model of Wallace and Gromit than this. Like
it is a really nice model of
it's
them, yes.
so well done.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no downside to this.
Yep.
I can't see any problems with it. It looks exactly like them.
Yeah. They both have two hands.
Yeah, the scale is great. The part usage is great. The sidecar is shiny and red and happy. I think this is going to probably be the one that gets my vote.
Okay.
Which I'm upset about because I really love Victoria, and I want to vote for hers, but I can't not vote for the Wallace and Gromit. And I am super surprised to see that Victoria's in there, not because it's not a good build, but because she was also in the other one, and you'd think that they would maybe not put both of hers in them.
So how are they doing the vote?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Like, will we know the result of the first one before we can vote on the second?
We can already vote on this.
We can already vote on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe. So no, because they haven't told us.
Okay, so that seems a little weird. I don't know.
What if they both end up... She does a big one and a little one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just double check that we haven't already heard and that I missed it. But I don't think we heard. So the first one, we will find out. The vote is ended for the first one, and we'll find out June the 2nd.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It seems really weird.
It does, because this is essentially two different versions of the same build.
Yeah.
And it's by the same person. I feel like it's weird. So
have they said whichever gets the most votes is the one that's going to be chosen?
I don't know.
Or is it if they choose the big Buffy, then even if the small Buffy gets the most votes, they'll just skip over it, kind of thing?
I don't know. I don't know if they said that.
It's confusing.
I don't understand why you put two in.
Hmm.
And I don't feel like she was the only one to do Buffy in this round. There must have been others, but
if hers was still the best,
yeah, you
Buffy
still wouldn't
one,
want two Buffy ones, would you? I don't know. And the hard thing is that the builds aren't the same. It's not like it's...
Yeah.
This one is a bit more of a compact looking one.
Yes.
So I think I've heard people say they prefer this one. But if you've already voted in the other one, it's a really odd position to be in. I'm pleased for her. But I don't understand how it's going to play out.
No.
So, yeah, we'll see. I don't remember seeing the Mighty Ducks.
You've not seen the Mighty
Ducks?
Ducks?
No. I know what the Mighty Ducks is.
Okay.
I don't remember seeing the Mighty Ducks when I went through the... Because I didn't show you this one, did I?
No.
And I think it's because I don't think I really watched the Mighty Ducks much. I feel like I maybe have seen clips of it. I don't think I've seen the whole film. It's a film, right?
It's a franchise.
Oh.
Like the first film is good. The second one's okay. The third one's a bit rubbish. I don't know if they carried on past that.
Yeah, I mean it's quite a nice design. A little hockey rink. Obviously the hockey rink would be bigger than that, right? Yes, yeah. That's just one end.
I don't even think you'd consider that to be half of a rink. I don't know. It's a display piece.
Yes.
So
yeah, they're all pretty much display pieces, right? So, Mr. Bean I liked. Yeah. So that's a good one. There was a lot of Mr. Bean ones as well. But this one is quite a nice small little diorama that's got a key scene, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't see a teddy in there, though. Teddy. Sorry.
Shocking.
Yeah. But
he must be in there somewhere,
what's your top?
I think we're going to have to go Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, of course. It's beautiful. It's honestly amazing. The fun is only on June the 2nd. They will announce the winners of both of them.
Yeah. So
we get to vote, but we won't hear about either of them until the exact same time. So vote. How long have they got to vote? Did it say? I don't even see whether.
No, just says that they'll announce it on June 2nd.
"13 days left to vote as of Tuesday. So
this will go out in 2 days' time. So at that point, you'll only have 11 days left to vote.
Yeah. I have to sign in to vote.
That does kind of make sense.
Yeah, it does. You can unvote and revote.
Can you?
Which I think is quite a good thing because, you might vote and then realise you've missed one. And like,
Yeah.
I felt like before that wasn't a thing. Oh, it's just so good. How have they done the mouth? Is it just a sticker or something? I don't know. If this gets through, I definitely want it, even though I have no need for it in a city. I'm just so blown away by how good this looks. Do I want it? I do want it. It's beautiful. Yes. Right.
Do you know what you could do to get it into a city?
No.
Kind of, I don't know how plausible this is, but what's it called? The big parade with the floats that they do in New York. Macy's
New York, New Year's Day parade or something.
I can't remember. But so you could have this essentially as like a giant float going down. So like strings coming down to the people holding it and stuff.
I don't know how you would do that.
No.
But yes, I guess you could. But I don't feel like that's the vibe I really want in my city.
Okay.
I just want this on display. I really like it. So, yeah. Whilst I was looking to see when things were, I found this other thing that happened whilst we were away that I don't know if you're aware of, called the parking lot. Have you heard of the parking lot?
No.
Live Ideas parking lot. Okay, so they've brought in a concept for items that have met 10k, so gone into a review, but need more time. So if you remember, like the Pixar lamp, and it just ended up, we'll tell you more about it next time.
Right.
So they're going to put it into something called the parking lot. I don't really understand how that's any different to just keep telling us we're still thinking about it. But now it's officially called the parking lot.
Okay.
Oh, it says, particularly useful when we come across a strong product idea where one particular aspect, such as timing, could mean that it doesn't get approved.
Okay.
So previously a creator would then need to resubmit the idea and reach 10k all over again. Moving forward, we'll be able to park these submissions and see if we can still make it happen. This is interesting. So, this is actually a way of getting around having to pay people twice for one idea, right? But like the winning stuff.
Yes, I suppose so.
They're saying, we think your thing has merit, you've hit the thing, don't do it again, and if it comes to be the right time, we'll do it.
Yeah.
But does this mean they also hold on to your IP for indefinite?
So it says...
they'll have a limited number in the parking lot at any time and always make a final decision within a maximum of 3 review periods in total. Will they advertise what's in the parking lot?
I don't know.
It doesn't say, does it? But I guess they probably will say, we put this one in the parking lot, maybe.
Yes. And I don't know whether at some point there'll be a link to the parking lot.
Yeah,
and you can see what's in there, kind of thing.
Interesting. Thoughts?
I mean, as you say, it's not all that different to how it's currently done.
I'm all for it if it means when I look at the things that have got to the next review, I don't have to work out if I've seen them before or not. So once you've been in the parking lot,
stop it from happening?
Well, I don't know. If your idea's gone in the parking lot and 3 review rounds have gone past, therefore they're definitely probably never going to do it, are you then allowed to put it in again?
I would guess so. Just as for anyone who doesn't go into the parking lot, they can resubmit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I don't think it'll make a massive change there.
It might make some of them go away, because I just find it very frustrating, especially when they don't really make any changes to them. Like, why are you showing me the same thing over and over again? But they're getting the support, and then clearly there are people who want the ideas, so that's why it's happening. But I don't know. And there's an incentive to keep putting it in if you can get it to 10k each time, because you get, like, how much in sets. That's
$500?
I think that's right. And so you can buy your Lego.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if it means that they can be slightly stricter on changes having to be made before you can resubmit something, because they go, well, it wasn't good enough to go into the parking lot, therefore it needs more than just you've changed the colour of this minifig's hair. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, so actual real, I understood it wasn't approved because of this reason, and I've made some changes.
Yeah.
But then, do they give enough feedback that you do know why it wasn't approved? That's we've never been through this process, so it's hard to know. But yeah, parking lot.
Sounds fun.
I feel like there's a song about parking lots. It's not the one that's, in my head I'm singing I'll take you to the candy shop, but I've just changed it to parking lot.
Okay.
But the right song is put up a parking lot.
Yeah.
Paved paradise, that's what it is.
Yes.
Do 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 do. Sorry. I feel you need to know about the songs in my head at any given point.
I find out about them a lot.
Yeah, that's because they come out of my mouth.
Yeah. Okay.
They'll take you to the parking lot. That's what I'm going to sing.
Okay.
Yeah, when we get parking lot ones, I'll sing that.
Good.
Right, sorry.
It's okay. So, if you have any thoughts on...
The parking lot.
If you have any
I was just finishing your sentence.
thoughts on the Bricklink Designer Program reveals, if you have any thoughts on the 90s competition, if you can think of other songs to do with parking lots that Carrie can sing, then do let us know. And we'll be back next week for another exciting episode of the podcast.
Yeah, with more songs. Probably.
Yay.
Hey, you love my singing. It's your favourite thing ever. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Why did I wave? No one can see me waving. It's just silly.